You got a gun and you ain't even pulling it. We went down there and tried to pull building permits, and they were like, "You don't pull building permits. We don't govern that at all."
Really?
Yeah, so it's like you're in the Wild West out there. You just do whatever you want. Our idea was mobile homes. I think the minimum sales price might be in the 600s, but they typically trade in the 700s to 1.2 million. Hello?
Hey, what you doing?
I'm hanging here looking for Big Mike's phone.
Are you where you can appear professional and talk on speakerphone?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, stand by. I'll put you on speakerphone. Is this considered Flower Mound or Argyle?
It's Argyle.
Argyle. But Flower Mound's right across the road.
Flower Mound's on the other side of the road.
Are you R2R partnership?
Yes.
So that's on half an acre, that corner one. How big are the lots for you?
There's six 7,500 square foot lots.
But those, I guess, like...
They're diagonal.
Yeah, kind of got you. Angles like that. Yeah. This area here? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess our big thing would be, if we take the mobile homes out and put homes on there, we need to grandfather in, not just... Septic was. Yeah, septic was. It sounds like that's the case, though. I just wonder if... are they all mobile homes in there, or there's some they're building right down here?
It's all mobile homes. When you go through Flower Mound, you have to go before the city and get it rezoned and do all that. When you go, like whenever we went to install our two new mobile homes the next street over, we had to buy a $35 culvert permit and put in concrete culverts to the county standard. That and the septic permit were all we needed. As far as the grandfathered in septic systems, that's probably not going to happen because they ran all of these basically off of one septic system. And I don't know who installed them or how they installed them, but it doesn't seem that the city likes the way they were installed, or the county.
Worst case scenario, you have to rip up what's there, the old septic, and put a new septic in?
Yes, and these would be drip systems. We're licensed septic installers, so I mean, we did the two on the other lots, and it wasn't hard to get it approved. That was probably the easiest part of the process. The culvert permit was harder.
So on the ones you're talking about, I guess right there in Ridgecrest. So those were same size lots. You took an old mobile home off and put a new one in. Is that right?
Yes, we bought a double lot, and then we pulled it had a single wide on it, and then we put two single wides in. We sold one of the single wides for $235, and the other one has just kind of been sitting on the market, but it's got an encroachment issue with the neighbor. The neighbor's fence is way on our property, and we haven't gone through the court system to get that fence moved.
I gotcha. Okay. So my main concern was your grandfather in if the existing structure was still there, but it doesn't sound like that was the case.
Well, you could be grandfathered in on these septic systems, but there's a spray system, one spray system at the bottom of the hill and one spray system at the top of the hill, and they're just the spray heads are all over the place. It's just not like if you're going to do 6 homes, you wouldn't be able to salvage those spray systems.
Right. So we're talking where your roughly here, okay, all the way over to the corner, and that's 6 lots right there. So those 3 up there, that was those 2? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of weird how they all had an angle like that. And they just had single wides in mind when they platted it up. Yeah.
That one lot down at the front has, it's squared off at the front side. But
yeah, we're looking at it on the CAD right here. You have a survey on these?
Yes, I don't know where it's at though. Jacob, you think it's in teams?
Might be. I'll try to see. Yeah, I mean, just you don't have it right now. Just eventually, we want to kind of see, the way it lays out to get a certain size house on there if it's going to be replatted or what we have to do. But if you mind going back over this way. So yeah, like where that dirt work's being done, those are, I guess, side built homes going on there. Okay, yeah. And that's all the same development, I'm assuming.
Yes, but it's in Flower Mound. So they had...
Other side, Oak Ridge. Oh, Oak Ridge is Flower Mound. The other side is Argyle. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. Okay, so this is the start right here. I got you. Yeah, okay, that tells me. That would be city of Argyle you're talking to? Like the north of Old Bridge? Yes.
Well,
So the culvert permit you're talking about, that was with Argyle? So,
no, it's with Denton County because it's in Argyle's EJT, but they don't govern it at all.
Okay, so it's in Argyle, ETJ, and then Flower Mountain on the other side? Yeah, Flower Mountain South and Oak Ridge. So being in the city for permits, building permit, everything will be Argyle.
No, there's no building permits.
There can't be no building permits.
I swear to God, there's no building permits. We went and tried to because we have to pull building permits for.
Yeah, I mean, you could, I mean, I'm assuming you have the issue of the HHRA not a manual permit, but yeah, you could petition out of the ETJ, yeah.
No, we went down there and tried to pull building permits, and they were like, "You don't pull building permits. We don't govern that at all."
Really?
Yeah, so it's like you're in the Wild West out there. You just do whatever you want. The only permit you got to get is a culvert permit from the county and a septic permit from the county.
I got you. Yeah.
And they won't release your septic permits until your culverts are done, which is absolutely ridiculous because then you put in a culvert and then you got to back a truck over it with all that weight on there. But until the concrete ends on the culvert are approved, and he made us change them like 3 times. But now we know how to do them, so it's right down the road. It's less than a mile.
Yeah, I got you. 377?
Yeah, like whatever that road is, it's that little road that you turn in the neighborhood. You go back south on it, and Argyle High School is right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I got you.
And Jason Witten's Christian school is straight through the woods, across the railroad tracks.
Got you. Y'all's end goal or ideas on this?
Our idea was mobile homes, but that hasn't worked out. So now we're going to have to build. So I know a builder. I was going to reach out to him and see if he wanted to build them. But then Shane said he knew y'all, and this is y'all's business model. And I was like, whatever, whether y'all want to buy us out or partner with us or whatever, we're not builders by trade. Raising the capital won't be an issue, but it's just we don't know how to build. And then we pulled up comps, and you see the neighborhood across the street, which they got McMansions in there. But I was shocked when we pulled comps that there's no 1,500 square foot 3-2 that's been sold or exists there. It appears that housing stock doesn't exist, but I can't imagine there's not demand for it.
Right. So, I mean, obviously the only comp I heard was 235. So what was that square footage?
That's a 1,200 square foot single wide.
Okay, so you're right under 200 a foot. I'm just trying to kind of back into numbers. Yeah. Obviously, we wouldn't want to put up, McMansion. You'd want to do something in that same square footage, and I'm assuming, that price is going to be, it may differ a little bit, but it's going to be in that ballpark.
No, they're going to be like $350 to $400 for a stick built house.
Why do you say that?
It's going to be $350 to $400 for a stick built house.
Yeah, I said, why do you say that?
Oh, I say that because whenever you look at the comps, just go. Jacob's got MLS access. Get him to pull it up, and that there's nothing there that like the 1,300 square foot 2-2 townhomes are selling for $345.
In front of us.
Yeah, the
250 square foot.
Yeah, that's a townhome. But there's no 3-2s in that square foot range at all. And that's a school district in an area people want to be in. And that's the median price of a home in the Metroplex. If you can't get it there, then, I don't know how you could get it anywhere else in the Metroplex, because that's it's a lot of bang for your buck. Because if you want to be in that school district right now, you're
in the area right there. After you extrapolate from the median price, right?
Yes. So you take any of those houses across the street that I think the minimum sales price might be in the 600s, but they typically trade in the 700s to 1.2 million, and then you just expand your search in that school district, and you'll see there's just, I mean, they're getting double wides in other areas are selling for what we're trying to sell a stick built house for.
In what other areas? In Argyle?
In Argyle.
Go back this way. It's going to be just other side of 35. Keep going over. Just, go up. Right there, 377 should be right there. So I guess, one thing though we'd want to see is that survey to see kind of how many. I know 6 lots on there, but they like a couple of them maybe a little skinny. Make sure we can get site built houses on there. So before we say 6 lots, right, we want to kind of see that, make sure we're not talking about 3 or 4 lots. Well, and part of the issue they ran into pulling costs just hasn't been anything other than the townhomes. Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist.
You get square foot criteria. Or, really, if you want, kind of start with, take a look at that survey. Either now or send it to us. That way we can just kind of wrap our head around what we're going to yield out of that. A house plan is that we want to build is 50 foot wide, with your setbacks. Yeah. Those numbers are 60 feet, what that area is across there. We'll just start to see and see what we really kind of get into. Without, obviously you have to reach out there on the hills or city or county, whatever that is, to get that, kind of the way we want it.
Well, I can get you the survey and anything else you would want.
That's a pretty good start. If we think so, definitely can visit about it. That'll tell us quite a bit. I don't imagine there's any restrictions in there to worry about. Yeah. If there's subdivision restrictions that y'all know of.
No, there's no restrictions that we know of, and the setbacks, I think, are 5 foot off the property line. I think.
That's probably about, yeah.
And I don't even think that's the subdivision. I think that's everything else. And there's no HOA. There's none of that. So, it's a pretty, I don't know, it's like you're out in Limestone County building in the middle of nowhere, but you're in the middle of all that.
And then if you have any utility provider information, just, being that if
it's
other electrical drop, which we need obviously.
Yeah, it's Southwest Water Supply, and their water plant is right there in the neighborhood. It's right behind our lots. And it's $800 for a meter for them, or it was. And I don't remember on the electrical, but the electrical didn't cost us anything. We, obviously on a house it'd be built in, but we put in our own pole. And it didn't cost us anything to get hooked up.
Do you know who services that area on electric now?
I don't remember. We deal with Encore a lot and Reliant, and it seems like that was Reliant, but I don't remember.
Yeah, just kind of odds and ends. Just.
I reason we said that because there's an electric company that now we're paying 100%, and that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just ran in the same thing with a co-op. It was $20 for a hookup, and now it's $5,000 because you got to upgrade the transformer, and if they got to put a pole in, you got to pay for the pole. So yeah, we've ran into that too.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant surprise. But yeah, we kind of start with that stuff, kind of see where we are. So how many structures are on there now? You've said that 4 times probably. I think it's got
three mobile homes in that barn or that shed.
Okay. So I guess kind of getting back to the power thing, if it's maybe 3 drops currently, Well, wasn't there one that?
Yeah, there was another one there, but it's gone.
Okay. But yeah, it's just something for us to look into on our end to make sure we can do 6 houses across there, not have 2 more drops or anything. Yeah. Yeah, just, a few odds and ends there, then we can put some numbers on paper and see what was that address? 6605 Oak Ridge. That's the corner.
Braxton, take over this call.
6635.
We got Braxton here now. I'll answer your questions.
Sounds like it's.
I guess that one's just 643 also.
I don't
What are
know,
the two
dude.
lots on the west end, Corey?
Hell, I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot of addresses in my brain. I don't.
This is co-serve sign right on electric.
Maybe, but I don't remember it being a co-op. I just remember, I think it was Reliant that we went through, but I don't know. It would be in teams probably, Jake.
That's what I'm looking at right now. Trying to Monarch Utilities owns a lot next door.
That's the water company. That's Southwest Water Supply, which I don't understand Southwest. It seems like they're like a property manager type situation for a bunch of small water co-ops because we deal with them all over the state.
I got you. That's who it looks like. The property runs through. But
You got a gun and you ain't even pulling it.
Do something I don't like.
Huh?
Something I don't like.
I forgot about this call, guys.
looks like you got a lot of stuff going on in your chainsaw.
Did you find your phone?
We got a
So
location.
you're over the state? So
Let me see. Where's it at?
Sir, you'll go all
I
over the
think it's
state.
by where I like kind of slid out.
Oh, well. We get to go on a fucking excursion. We will get our steps in today, fellas.
Traffic this time.
Yeah.
We're gonna prospect. Just east of Waco. Southwest Water, Space Water. How close is that to Crawford? It's about an hour away. Just as far as growth value.
I've built new, Shane.
What you say, Corey?
I got a brand new mobile home in my backyard, son.
I got one in my backyard.
Yeah,
That's not a new construction.
that is new construction. They treat it the exact same. Jacob, are we official builders for the Veterans Association, whatever yet?
Got all the paperwork together, second it's made.
Yeah. See, Shane, we're official builders, and we're building new all over that place. We built so much new that the city's going to annex our project and not let us build one more new because they don't like what we're doing.
So what's y'all's? I guess what's y'all's ideal project? Are you going to buy the 50 acres and subdivide it? But I mean, is there an ideal project for it? Just
No,
anything that works. Yeah.
No, but my ideal project now that water has become such an issue is a 1960s subdivision with a bunch of ratty mobile homes in it that you can pick up for a few grand and then put a single wide on there and sell it for 160, 175. And it's got water and power, and you don't have to jump through those hurdles. Because water, at least in our county, every little water co-op out there will just throw you a $600,000 price to upgrade a line to get 1 meter to that 50 acres that you're talking about. And
The lot I'm on, there's no more mortgage. That's it.
yeah, there's no more water meters. I'm tired of. So we go to like Granbury and different places. But I'm currently on 125 acres that we bought for 140,000, and just won back from the federal government.
Well, I didn't give him the whole story, but I told him you couldn't be here because you're pretty excited to go check that place out.
Yeah, we never walked out here because we didn't want to see the cartel dead bodies or whatever the government was trying to seize it for. But we own it, and we're going to chop 10 acres out of this and recapitalize ourselves and sell the rest for whatever the market will bear. If you enjoyed this video, please, for the love of God, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know every time a new one drops.